Hello everybody, Xanathar here, and today I am doing a review of Ultraman Blazar. Ultraman Blazar is Suiwaya's newest Ultraman show. It has 25 episodes. If you want to know my thoughts on the episodes, go check out my episode reviews. But how is the show overall? Well, let's first talk about the characters. Let's talk about our main lead, Gento Haruma. One thing I really like about Gento is the fact that, well, he's the captain of SCARD. Is something is very different and not usually done to make the main lead the captain. Usually it's always the new recruit or already established member. So it's kind of refreshing the fact he is the captain of the team. Another thing I really liked about Gento is the fact that he is a dad. And he's not the best dad. He kind of neglects his son and he lies to his wife about his job. But he does try. And one thing I really like about Gento, he's not perfect. He has flaws. That makes him really likable, and he's always willing to do anything for people, even risking his life. I even like his relationship with Blazar. At first not really trusting Blazar, but eventually growing to love him. And that makes him a really interesting Ultraman lead. Gento is a really good character. And then there is Emmy. Emmy is probably my favorite character in this show. I really love her friendship with Gento. I think they're really sweet friends. Emmy is probably the most interesting character to me, because we find out about her fear. Her biggest fear, the thing she hates the most, is herself, and that is deep. She has a rough relationship with her father. Her father neglected her quite a lot, but she did truly love him. Eventually she does lose her father, because of a freak accident. But she's able to have him closer because she's able to talk to her father again. And her father says he loves her. And she's able to get her father's blood. And eventually, she's able to reveal the truth without V99. Even saving the day by offering peace to V99. And then there is Teruraki, the vice captain of the team. Teruraki's family is farmers. And he really cares about his family and loves them, talking about them all the time. But we find out his father wants him to go home and get married and take care of the farm. But Teruraki wants to keep being a SCARD member. Eventually he does earn his father's respect by attacking his home, and his father breaks down, realizing his son attempted his land. Teruraki, as a vice captain, he's pretty good. He knows when he has to be the leader, and he's a pretty good captain on his own. And then there is Yasamudu. Yasamudu, it's probably one of the more weirder, funnier characters. He's pretty hilarious in this show. He's buff, and his best friend is his watching machine. And he likes talking to machines, naming the van, and giving a nickname to Ogeron Earthy. I also think he's pretty relatable. He don't want to let anybody down, so he's always trying to please people, and he overworks himself because of that. And when he fails at something, he beats himself up quite a lot. Now, Honoree. Honoree is probably my least favorite character in this show, because we don't really know too much about her. She don't like talking about her past, we know she's scared of bugs, and that's really it. Most enjoyable thing about her is her relationship with Emmy and Yasamudu. She has a really sweet friendship with them. And then there is Retsu Haruno. He's very hard on the SCARD team, but he does truly care about them by taking the blame when SCARD fails. And he has a pretty interesting relationship with Emmy, being Emmy's father's friend, and he is very attached to Emmy. He was a very interesting character to me, and I did really enjoy him. And then there is the villain, Yu Dobushi. He's the whole reason why V99 is attacking, because he gave the order to shoot their ship, and their ship did not have weapons. I thought he was a really fun villain, and really interesting. I did enjoy him quite a lot in this show. I have to say the characters in this show are really good. One thing I noticed with the characters is they all have potential rough relationships, either with their parents, their family, person they know, or their watching machine. And I think that makes them interesting. Their relationships are not perfect. One thing I liked about the SCARD team is that first they are not really friends. They're kinda awkward with each other. But then at the end of the show, they are truly good friends. And we see their friendship slowly grow in a bunch of episodes. And that's something I have to say, I really liked it a lot. This cast of characters were great. One thing I thought was amazing about this show was the fact this show was dubbed. We live in a crazy time now as an Ultraman fan, the fact we can get dubs for these shows now. Plus, it helps in the fact that this show has a good dub too. The dub cast is really great and doing their best with the actors' great acting. Just really good voice acting. Now, I'm not too familiar with the voice actors Woot, but I am familiar with one, and that is Johnny Lon Bosch. He plays Gento Haruma / Ultraman Blazar, and I'm familiar with his Woot as Adam, the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, and that's awesome the fact he gets to play an Ultraman and a Power Ranger. Now, one change I don't really know how I feel is they changed Gento's catchphrase.
I've got this.
And I don't really get why they changed it, but I still feel like it works for Gento's character. But still a great dub, really good. Now, let's talk about the effects. Ultraman Blazar's design is a really great design. He looks awesome and amazing. One thing I love about Blazar is how he acts, because I was not expecting it. He acts like a monkey or a caveman. He roars, he jumps around, he's just really animalistic, and I love it. It makes him hilarious, awesome, and just makes him really neat. Another thing I liked about Blazar is the gimmicks. They're not so much in your face in this season. Past seasons will go on showing off the toys, but this series kept it simple but sweet. And then there is Gar's weapon, Garon or Uti, Blazar's ally. He looked like Mechagodzilla, but cuter, and he's awesome. I love this guy so very much. I love his upgrades, and eventually does get a voice, and he's a pretty fun character as well. One thing I love about this show is we have mainly new kaijus in this show. We hadn't seen that for a long time. The last time we seen that was in Odi Heisei. And the new kaijus, all of them are great designs, really awesome looking. My most favorite kaiju has to be Nisi Nagachi, because he appears in really good episodes, and he's just a really awesome kaiju. Another kaiju I really liked was Bazonga. He was just a cool kaiju. Now, I do want to mention that anyone appears in this show, Zongil. He's an awesome character, a samurai going on a mission to put lost souls to rest. Now, there is some reappearing Ainoin and kaijus, like Ainoin Kamen and Garamon. It was cool to see them again because we hadn't seen them for a long time. So I would say the effects in this show was really good. There was great camera work, awesome fight scenes, the Mizuboot was really well done, just amazing tokusatsu. Now the music in this show is also really good. The opening song is just awesome to listen to. I listened to it every time when I was watching an episode. And then the ending songs were really good as well. I really love the music in this show, especially the themes, just great music. One thing I really like about this show is how this show felt refreshing and new, but also felt familiar at the same time. It felt like, to me, a Showa show mixed with a Odi Heisei show, but done in a new light and style, and I really love that. So, what is my final thoughts on Ultraman Blazar? I thought this show was really good. A big step up from past shows like Trigger and Deco. Now, I don't think the show is perfect, because it does have its flaws, like 2 pretty bad episodes, but I would still highly recommend this show if you hadn't seen it, and if you just want to get into Ultraman, this would be a good show to start with, because it's a really good show, and I had a good time doing reviews on this show and watching this show. Well, that is it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what you thought of Ultraman Blazar. Did you like the show or did you not like it? Comment down below. Let's talk about it. If you're new, subscribe. If you liked this video, drop a like for this video. Xanaphar is out.